Oh my god, is it Tuesday? I can't. I thought it's like Friday. It feels like Friday, but at the beginning of Friday, not the end of Friday. Oh my god, I can't. It's a lot right now. Thank you for tuning in to It Is What It Is. Can it not be that though right now? Because it being what it is a little bit too much today. For posterity, it's April 7th. And as far as I'm concerned, democracy has coronavirus. So much for flattening the curve, people, or rather, Supreme Court. Today, United States has 400,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and almost 13,000 people have died. Oh, why? Boris Johnson is spending a second night at the ICU. His deputy PM, Dominic Raab, apparently said he's going to pull through because he's a fighter. Yeah, I just resent that statement a lot. Like, people who died aren't fighters. Fuck off. If anyone has a choice, they would choose to fight this thing off. Today, let's see, what else is new? Okay, in my news, today I concluded my quarantine MVP household appliance bracket. As expected, no, actually, I really love my fridge too, which felt anticlimactic. I'm bummed a little bit. I understand. No, and actually, I have a lot of food in the fridge that I really love, especially the freezer. I don't have a freezer, but a couple of people raise issues with me about not putting like a separate freezer on there. I just don't know that many people who has a separate freezer. I understand why you want it. I don't have it, so I just didn't put it on there. But anyway, I'm bummed that people care more about stuffing their face during this time than keeping the house clean. I don't want to get on my soapbox because people don't care to keep things clean, and soapboxes are stupid. But yeah. You know what I really miss about my pre-coronavirus sheltering in place life? I know people miss like going out to eat, which I do too. People miss hanging out with friends. I do too. What I really miss today is just being able to throw vegetable crap away. I mean like the scraps, because I feel like I've had way too many conversations with my friends on WhatsApp recently about how you can grow your vegetables. I just think it's really comical right now how many pieces of vegetable scraps I have on my windowsill. I have 3 little things from like bok choy. I have 2 things of green onions. I have like some radish stuff that's in the fridge right now, but this evening I was cutting it up, and I was cutting off the stalks on the top, and I'm like, I'm throwing this away, but part of me just got struck with like a lot of guilt for throwing that away, because I'm like, no, if you put that in water, it'll like sprout, and I'm like, and then what? Turn into leaves? No, I don't need that. I just really miss being able to throw that crap out without feeling bad about it. And I also really miss like going to work, you know, and your coworkers say something really, really stupid, and you just like shrug it off. I just really miss being able to exercise that kind of self-control and just be like, yeah, and just completely opposite of what you feel like on the inside, just like, you know, put on your face and say, I see what you mean. Yeah, totally. And just go with it. I really miss being able to like flex that muscle. I feel like after this quarantine's over, that muscle would have atrophied. Random acts of just being an asshole. I kind of miss that. The only people you can be an asshole to now are the people you're quarantined with, which is not sustainable. And being kind is all the time is just taking kind of a toll on me. Not that I'm being kind all the time. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, people really miss making plans and hanging out. I really miss making vague plans and just accidentally not follow through. Or you know, all those times that you tell your friends like, oh, we should totally hang out soon, and it's really busy for me right now, but in a week or so it's gonna be like I'm gonna have time, let's make plans then. And then like in a week or so at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, and you're like drinking at a bar near their house, you text them and you're like, hey, I'm in your hood, want to come out and grab a drink? And you know full well everyone has like social anxiety. Nobody just like spontaneously goes out and drink like, I don't know, it's an episode of Friends or some shit. So you're basically playing like hangout chicken. I really miss that. Yeah, things, it's the little things. Now that we've all seen like Tiger King, you know what's a really fun activity right now for like when you're quarantined? You should like Google, and don't Google like celebrities, because nobody's that funny right now. Everything sucks. But Google zoo and click on like Google like news, and you'll start like seeing all sorts of like news about zoos around the country. I mean, you get some of the bad news, like Nadia, the tiger in Brooklyn, and her like feline, is it feline when it's a big cat? Well, anyway, and her tiger and lion friends may be having coronavirus, so that sucks. But there's like a lot of good animal news too. Like yesterday, Ying Ying and Lila at the Hong Kong Zoo getting it on after 10 years being together. I mean, I don't know which one is like the boy. I feel like Lila would be the boy. I'm Chinese, so I feel like that name is more like more suited for a boy panda. Also, it means happy, which means, you know, finally the boy panda got some happiness, so that's great. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Google for like zoo and zoo news. Here's something I came across today. For example, Tucson's Reed Park Zoo welcomes a 300-pound baby elephant. Norfolk Zoo welcomes new baby sloth. There's some like sad news, like birth of highly endangered cloud leopard kittens. R.I.P. This reminds me of Lil Sebastian. The last of Zoo Boise's rat pack has died. I'm telling you, animal news right now is where it's at. Best wishes to Nadia at the Brooklyn Zoo. I hope she pulls through. It is very sad. I'll give on a related living creature tangent, I want to give an update on the newest member of our family, Sir Dovid, because you know it's a doe. McBaker of Sourbread. He has just got fattened up today after his first feeding. So I got this recipe from Kitchen, and it's scalable. So Violet and I were using 1 ounce of a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 ounce of flour plus 1 ounce of water every day to feed this yeast, the sourdough starter. And once you feed it, you just have to put it somewhere 70 to 75. So I had rigged this thing, which is basically a trifle bowl with some Christmas lights. But I think this is probably too warm. It's really pretty, and I feel pretty good about rigging this. But I actually think this is way too warm, because 70, 75, that's just like tepid, somewhat on the Yeah, it's just regular room temperature. It's just not in the fridge. So I think this is actually not correct, but it does make for a very pretty visual. So if you were to replicate this experiment at home, don't do as I do. This is just television magic. Like, calm down. It's just right here all day. Astute observers might notice that lighting on the show tonight is a little bit different. And that's because there's a ring light that I just bought, and it came in and I installed it. I haven't seen myself on video yet. Hopefully I don't look like death. My 40th birthday is coming up in less than 48 hours. So, I mean, I do really wish I'm on vacation somewhere right now, taking a perfect Instagram of my cocktails like a basic idiot. But it is what it is. The only thing I feel good about is everyone else who's having birthdays are pretty much stuck in the same boat as me. So yeah, we're all having like a shitty birthday this year. And even for people who are born later this year, I think it's also gonna suck because social distancing is probably gonna be the way to go for a while. It sucks. Okay, well, when this thing is over, we will have a do-over. For now, this is our show tonight. Let's chat tomorrow. P.S. Trump still doesn't have coronavirus. It is what it is.